My name is Alonzo Wesley, and I am the proud father of 11 children created through the state. I've taken them in from, some of them were abandoned with me, some of them I rescued from going into the system, and some of them I took directly out of the system. Last year, I had taken in a couple of more kids, and my mortgage had just gotten out of control. And I decided that I had to get out. And I found a subsidized house in Golden Valley, and we moved here. Real Estate Liquidators got a hold of me after I got out of my house and decided that it was just too much for me. And I started to tell him about my story about, the kids being more important to me than maintaining my family home. Being able to support them and to take care of them in the manner they deserve with all of their different issues. And so he suggested that I tell the world my story. When I was 19, I seemed like I had everything going for me. I was in college. I was working for one of the shelters in Minneapolis, and I had my own apartment. I thought everything was just mapped out for me. A friend of mine that I had went to school with knocks on my door one day and asked me to babysit her son. And I said yes. Well, a week later, she never came back. I ain't too bad, good boy. I called the appropriate authorities after a week, and I explained what was going on, that I had this baby that the mom never came back for, and I wasn't sure what to do. And the lady was very candid with me, and she probably told me more information that I was supposed to have. Like, I found out that he was left in a car while the mom went shopping, and she had just got him back out the system. And then if he came back into the system, that's most likely where he would be raised. So I decided to keep him, and through a long struggle and process, I was able to get permanent custody of him. Through a long process and struggle, I was able to get permanent custody of them. The state was very reluctant because of my age, but because I worked and I was in school and I was very determined, they eventually gave me permanent custody of him. Eventually, I went on to adopt him. It was a longer struggle to adopt him because of funds and money, but I did eventually adopt him. There's all these children in the system that need homes. Not only need homes, but they need people who are qualified to deal with their issues. And so I started taking classes. I took classes on reactive attachment disorder. I took classes on emotional behavior disorders, opposition to defiant disorder. I taught myself sign. And took sign classes so that I could take a deaf child in. It was just, all of a sudden, my purpose was to make a change so that these kids could have a brighter future. Well, Real Estate Liquidators heard the struggle I was going through with the state. I can't get any help for the last two kids I took in. They were on their way to St. Joe's Home for Children, and I stopped my niece from sending them there. And I said no. I said, I've already taken in 9 kids. There's no way I can do that to my nephews. And so I've been going through it with the state, trying to get help for them because the baby's on special formula. It's very expensive. But real estate liquidators, they were just like, wow, you're doing all this. You've given up your family home. You know, you've relocated your family so that they could have better, you know, and you just keep doing it. And so, do you mind if we tell your story and maybe we can post it on the internet and maybe we can get the word out so that you can get some help, because the state doesn't seem to want to help you. The guy from Real Estate Liquidators, he was just so great. He was just like, it makes no sense that they give you all these kids, but yet they don't give you the services and the funds to really make a difference for them.
Tell me your name.
Destiny.
Destiny. How old are you?
9.
You're 9. What is the favorite thing you like to do in your life?
Sing.
Can you sing me for something?
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn to pieces. It's my offering. Lay me at the throne. Leave me there alone to gaze by your
In the house, I currently have 7.
and sing to you
Um,
this song.
I have several that have grown up, and of the 4 that have grown up and are out of the house, I have a 19-year-old with reactive attachment disorder and ADHD, and she's in college. I have a deaf son who had so many anger issues and attachment issues that they thought would end up in an institution. He now lives in a group home, and he's been living there for 4 years, doing quite well. He goes to a day program to work every day. I have my 27-year-old, the one that started all this. He has a baby on the way, but he works and he lives with his girlfriend. And my daughter, Lucretia, she lives in Minneapolis. She works. Every last one of them have graduated from high school, though. Every last one of them have moved on to do better and bigger things. Real estate liquidators understood that I needed to get out from under that house. It was sucking me dry. My energy, my emotion. It was taking me away from what I really needed to be doing, which was taking care of my kids. There was always an issue that I was having to deal with. And I didn't need, the house served its purpose. You know, it was my childhood home. But now it's time for me to create a new home for my family. And they understood that. And they were so easy to work with. They even met me at my doctor's appointment. I had an appointment for one of the kids. They met me there to help me fill out the paperwork. And they even took their time with me to explain the different elements of what I was signing. And so that's important, to just have someone stop and take time so that you understand what you're doing and what you're getting into. And they were understanding and sympathetic to that. I had never done this before. I've never signed away a house before. But it's a great relief that I did. And I'm grateful that I did it through Real Estate Liquidators, because they were awesome.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn to pieces. It's my offering.